On May 19th, Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka defaulted on its debts for the first time in its history as it struggled with an economic and political crisis. Their economic state was unable to recover, and therefore the country has declared bankruptcy. The main industry of the country, tourism, is said to be in recession as a result of COVID-19 and the conflict in Ukraine, as well as the rising cost of the Chinese loans. Interest is also believed to be a factor of bankruptcy. A country's default is a rare occasion, unlike that of a corporation, and this is the first time Sri Lanka has defaulted since the country's foundation in 1948. So, how is a country's default and a corporate's default different? Default, also known as repudiation of debt or bankruptcy, is a declaration made by a debtor to the creditors that they are incapable of returning the loan. If a corporation declares default, they are subjected to legal processing. Typically, when a corporation is in a bankruptcy procedure, the court will intervene between the creditor, loaner, and the debtor, loanee. The corporation's assets will be dissolved for salaries and tax payments, and the remainder will be distributed amongst the creditors. A country, on the other hand, cannot monetize their assets or property upon default. However, the nation's credit rating will drop significantly, which will lead to devaluation of the nation's currency and extreme increase of exchange rate. In essence, a corporate's default is between the creditor and the debtor, but a nation's default burdens the people. When a government is unable to pay off their debt, they will instruct the central bank to purchase bonds, promissory notes issued by the government to loan money from individuals. However, like lowering the standard interest rate, this will increase total cash circulation, which will lead to inflation. Currency exchange rate will also increase drastically, devaluing the nation's currency next to nothing. In spite of this, there are some striking similarities between a country's default and a corporation's. This is due to the fact that, similar to what Korea did in 1997, the IMF's provision allows for the debt to be repaid in exchange for a comprehensive national restructuring. The nation's economic affairs will be completely under the control of the IMF during this process. Many people lose their jobs in the process, due to the fact that it is for the benefit of the entire country. Just like when a corporation defaults and it hurts their employees, a nation's collapse leads to the people's suffering. Therefore, it's essential that the leadership make the best decisions.